a save first, so your Golden Eagles will be kicking off to start the game. Touchback for Martinsville.
You got the goal? The field goal in there also?
Oh. What?
You have the yellow thing in there also.
Yeah, I do. I know what that thing does.
Caleb quick out to kick the extra point. The kick is up. And go.
They're not very good. It's Martinsville.
Oh, okay. I don't understand what offense and defense are.
The people with the ball right now is offense. Or done the scoreboard before. And you don't know what a touchdown or a run or a pass or anything like that is. So you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Right there, right in the camera. Just follow him. Follow him. He's going past him.
Okay.
You gotta get past him.
You're stressing me out. I don't know.
What?
And your dad said the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Then you do it.
No, you have to practice.
You're frustrated.
Carter McGinnis on the carry.
It'll take
Stacked out
practice.
right around the
You're making
2-yard
me
line.
mad.
Good for another Golden Eagles. First
I'm not yelling at you
down.
because you're doing bad. I'm just telling you.
I don't know who
It
he's
takes
talking
practice.
to now.
I
He
said-
said somebody was at a it's been.
Alright, that's good.
I can't focus on so many things at once. They're talking, you're talking, he's talking.
Don't worry about that. Just focus on the camera.
This is so much. Will you just stand right there?
What?
Because It's less to focus on.
But I cannot see the thing.
Yeah, but you're standing behind me stresses me out. Or stand over here or something.
Just told me to stand over here.
But you're stressing me out. You're stressing me out. I don't like you standing behind me. I don't like that thing.
Get used to it. It's gonna be a long day. They've already scored 2 times within 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be one of those 35-0 games. That sure looks nice on you. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it?
Well,
Wait, what? Which side?
they have a false start.
The kick is up. And good.
And you do know because it's my
Caleb Quick back to kick off the ball.
No, he's not.
I can't look at both.
You don't have to.
You just said I had to.
No, you look at the field and you just move it as you go. And I started with Dorian, and then from the mood he had with Dorian, I didn't even bring you up. Because he was just they're getting ready to do a kick, so you're gonna get the farthest guy back.
On the purple?
On the red.
On the red. So they're coming back this way?
The red is kicking it that way.
So the red's gonna be down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
our outstanding jewelry selection, and the customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable and positive experience. Contact them at 317-773-3383 or visit them online at smithsonthesquare.com. Smith's Jewelers.
Get like restraining order or something. There you go. Need a lay on 115. You got
Fans, we appreciate you being with us and staying with us. We've had some audio technical difficulties, and those are all taken care of by Mr. Jim Wofford down there in the truck.
Now that the rain is over.
Yeah. McGinnis gets a handoff from Keller, and he is taken down. Nope, he's still there. Was still on his feet, but he did lose some yardage, about 4 yards maybe. Check that, maybe 5. As looked like number 8.
Chasing him down. Now McGinnis, to his credit, he was trying to make something out of nothing, but what he ended up doing on that particular play, Craig, is if he'd have, I hate to use this term, but if he'd have given up when the first contact was made, he probably would have been about even with the line of scrimmage. But he kept trying to make something of it and ended up losing 3 yards.
Kept trucking.
3 or 4 yards to give him a second and long.
Second 14 there on 36, but he breaks free. 45 up across the 50, and he's taken down at the 48-yard line, so he gets those yards back and more.
That is definitely a touchdown-saving tackle by Matt Hoskins.
Oh, to say the least. McGinnis was all but gone. Quick to Keller, hands off to McGinnis. He's up down to around the 45, so about a 4-yard pickup.
Gain him about 3.
What's going to be interesting in this game, Craig, too, is watching a player like McGinnis. And, here we are with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. And I would imagine on the ground he's got to be, if he hasn't got 100 yards, he's awful close on the ground.
He's over now because with his first 4 carries, he was at 94 yards.
But, he also, I think he plays defense, too. And is he going to have the stamina, or is he going to run out of gas in the second half? Or
Speaking of, he's down taking a knee because I think he needed a little breather. And there is number 22.
You've got one to break.
Thomas Kaiser. Yep. Another first down. That's the 5th rushing first down, and Kaiser gets all the way down to about the 32-yard line, so it's a nice 23-yard pickup, and that's awesome that, just like that, someone like Thomas Kaiser can come in and, spell McGinnis and pick up 23 yards.
Well, that's just all part of the versatility that Coach Dilley has got here with these Golden Eagles. Every year you have to rebuild in high school sports, for various reasons, for graduations, for transfers, for injuries and stuff like that. But every year he seems to rebuild.
Taken down in the backfield, and he'll be down at the 36-yard line, so a 4-yard loss there.
Seth Gallion came right in there and just stopped him dead in his tracks. He was right there. Just the second he ended up getting that ball.
So at the end of 1 quarter, it's Guerin Catholic 14, Martinsville 0.
Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on the web, www.noblesvilletrophies.com.
And we'll check on some scores. Like we said a little bit ago, Noblesville and Lawrence North were in a lightning delay. We'll see if we can get a score on them. And also, Hamilton Southeastern is at Carmel. You hate doing it, but I don't want to get stung by anything tonight. So
I don't think, was that a wasp or a bee? I couldn't tell.
It may have been a hybrid. Who knows?
Well, we'd like to thank everybody who's joined us tonight on Hamilton County Television. Apologize for the technical problems that we were having a little bit earlier, but we got such a good crew that we knew that they would get things going. Other Hamilton County scores, halftime, it's Hamilton Southeastern 14, Carmel 7. That game playing at Carmel tonight. Greg, we're just about ready to go with the second quarter. Artesians have got the ball on their own 36.
Martinsville trying to get back to it on offense, and play not even started yet in the quarter.
I have to correct that. I'm sorry. The Golden Eagles have got the ball.
We have not switched. Hey,
yeah, I
had me fooled.
I got it backwards. Sorry about that.
I formation. In motion is number 18. That is Corbin Lane. Hand off McGinnis. He got that breather he needed. Bounces off 35. Down to about the 31-yard line. A 5-yard pickup.
He is just, I don't know what else you can say about the young man. He is just absolutely amazing. He's running at about half speed and runs right into an Artesian and just bounces off and adds adds more yardage to it. What did he end up gaining? About 5 or 6 on that play, I think.
And they gave him 5 on the play, back to a 3rd and 9 at the 31 of Martinsville.
I think this is the first third down play that the Golden Eagles have had that's of substantial yardage. Because most of the third down plays they've had have been like a 3rd and 2. Here's a pass coming.
Keller is had back at the 35, close to the 36-yard line. So
that was Chase Havlin who got him there in the backfield. Loss of about 4 or 5 more. So it'll be 4th and about 14.
So Keller loses what McGinnis gained back.
Yeah, and it looks like the Eagles are going to punt here.
Trying to pin him deep, and back there is Christofferson for Martinsville. And looks like he's going to have somebody else in there. Check that's 28 in there for Martinsville. Number 28 is Darius Stillman. And deep will be...
Quick, I think, is the kicker, isn't he?
Yep, Caleb Quick going to kick that. Greg Daniels back there near the goal line.
Get that up as high as he can.
Beautiful at the 4-yard line. Those are the kind you just let go because you think it's going to bounce into the end zone.
Yeah, I think if you had that one over again, you'd probably take the chance on letting that go because it can't get a whole lot worse than the 4-yard line.
And who knows, he may get an earful when he gets over the sideline, or if he does go over the sideline.
That is also a situation for the Eagles where they took advantage of the of the situation, and their punter Quick, he just skied that punt.
Oh, yeah.
And so there was absolutely, unless the Artesian returner was crazy, there wasn't going to be a return on that thing. He was surrounded. He had no place to go. No place to go. But the Artesians are starting very deep in their own zone on about the 4-yard line.
Handoff to Daniels, tries to find a little room, and he might have gotten to the 5-yard line for a 1-yard pickup.
Olmec in on the tackle. Tackle made by Isaac Olmec.
Looks like they're putting it right back at the line of scrimmage, so they're saying no gain.
I can see nothing.
Artesian's got some size on that front line there.
Yeah, there's some big boys up there up front. They just need to find a way to get their running backs a hole. And off again.
Artesian's playing it safe with the run. Not wanting to risk the pass and a possible interception.
This honestly could be a 4-score game right now.
Yes, it easily could be.
So it's going to be 3rd down. I think they gave him... they might have given him half-yard there.
Yeah, it sure doesn't look like much.
We'll be generous and give him 1. 3rd and 9 at their own 5. 2 minutes into the second quarter. 3 wide here to the near side. Collier.
Tip.
Short on us, yep. It's short from the tip.
I didn't see who tipped it, but it was definitely tipped. And it's going to bring up a 4th and... Scoreboard's calling it 9, but, you look at the sticks out there, and that 4th down marker is right there at...
they got generous on that 2nd down play.
So another punt will be coming up, which should leave the Golden Eagles in excellent field position.
We hope Caleb Urban, for his sake, can get a boot off here. McMahon at his own 30. Check that at Martinsville's 38. And going in for the block, he got a tip on it, looked like. Was 21.
You're just going to let that ball go.
It looked like Jake Labus either tipped that ball or he was real close to blocking that punt.
So it turns out to be about a 26, 27-yard punt. Flag on the play. Yep. Almost in a place where like it might be an illegal block in the back or holding or something like that. We'll have to see what David Hutchinson calls here. He is mic'd, so we'll see if we can hear him through the PA system.
It's a new thing they're trying to see, micing up the officials. Or the referee. Yep, it's working.
It looks like it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, didn't hear a number.
And it looks like it's being marked off from the spot of the foul, which for the Eagles is a break. Or are they?
Actually, it's going back into Guerin territory.
Yep, you're right, Craig. At first, I thought they were counting off the 15 from the spot of the foul, but where they're setting it, it's definitely from where the ball ended up. So that punt actually, by the time you put the penalty on there, it turns out to be about a 49-yard punt.
Could be some confidence there for
the 4-yard line. Right in front of our vantage point here.
At their own 47 is where Guerin Catholic takes over. 9:42 until the end of the first half. So we're just into the second quarter. Craig Atkins alongside Brad Silbert. Glad you joined us tonight. Turning out to be a beautiful night here at the Eagles Nest. Under center is Keller. He'll fake the handoff to McGinnis. Rolls out to his right and finds the receiver open. And that is number 22. That is coming all the way. He's going to find Ribbon. Up the sideline he goes. Touchdown. 53 yards later, Thomas Kaiser.
Kaiser did a great job of taking that ball in, and then he broke, from what I saw, he had one serious attempt at a tackle that he broke, and a couple of other, that were close. But Kaiser, he took what probably would have been about a 15, 20-yard gain and turned it into a touchdown. A one-play drive.
Yep, Ben and Katie doing great work on the cameras. Thank them for their efforts tonight so far. And through the uprights it goes from Caleb Quick on the hold of Jake Labus. And with 9:31 left here in the second quarter, Guerin Catholic 21, Martinsville nothing.
Well, we'd like to thank once again everybody who is watching tonight's broadcast, regardless of where you are. Welcome to Noblesville, Indiana, to Guerin High School, right off of Gray Road between 146th and 151st Street here. 13th year for this school. This school started out, opened the doors 13 years ago. Got a great history here. Our good friend Pete Smith is the head basketball coach here at Guerin.
Tremendous work.
Anybody who knows anything about Hamilton County sports knows that Pete spent some time over there at Noblesville, at Carmel, left the city for a while, went up north, and then came back and ended up as the head basketball coach here for the Golden Eagles about 6 or 7 years ago. And I was lucky enough to be able to follow them during their state championship run in 2012 with their regional and sectional and state championship wins. But Pete Smith, a class guy. The whole operation here at Guerin is first class.
Oh, yeah. I was actually fortunate when I was a little younger than I am.
You're young.
In my 20s.
You're young.
When Pete Smith was up at Penn High School, I believe he was there for 4 years. Had the chance to broadcast a lot of his games when I was with News Radio 1340 WTRC up there. Working with a good friend of mine, Brian Miller, who's now with WSBT in South Bend. Pete, tremendous, like you said, class guy.
Of course, something a lot of people may not know about Pete. On the board here before the end of this half.
21-0 Guerin Catholic drive, and all of a sense of urgency. Pass completed to number 21. Kick that.
Still going.
That's 23, Greg Daniels. Nice catch there by Daniels. Found room up the sideline.
A couple missed tackles there on the part of the Eagles. I think the defenders thought they had him stopped a couple times and kind of backed off a little bit. And he just kept spinning around and ended up gaining about another 5-6 yards on that. A gain of about 10 yards on that play.
That was a long 10 yards.
Yes, it was.
Because
he spun around several times.
That looked like Daniels fought for more than that. That's a catch by number 81, Matt Thomas, the 6'4", good size, 180-pound wide receiver.
One of the freshman members of this team.
Ball spot at the 36-yard line.
We have another timeout down there on the field. Some kind of an equipment malfunction, I believe.
Yeah, you hope they get these equipment malfunctions out of the way in week 1.
Another pass
Ball goes
coming.
low. Collier's pass. And intended into the hands of Greg Daniels, but knocked out of his breadbasket by number 33 from Guerin Catholic. That's Charlie Bach.
I don't know if Bach knocked it out or just the power of the tackle. He had that timed perfectly. Had he been there a half a second earlier, that would have been pass interference.
Yeah, great play on the ball by Charlie Bach. And it's the 3rd and 4th there on 36. Kind of a same old story so far. Collier back to pass, and that's complete to Tribby. Stretches out to the 40. Is he still short of the first down?
I think he's going to be maybe a half a yard short.
Good stretch there by Colton Tribby. So it's going to be a 4th and 1 at their own 39-yard line. And you got to figure down 3 scores, and you're that close to a first down. And Martinsville is going to be gunning for a first down here.
It looks like he's going to be, he's up under center.
Takes it himself, and
quarterback sneak it. He's got it.
Gets up to the 41-yard line, so a 2-yard pickup and their first rushing first down.
Got a kick out of Tribby when he was going down on that previous play there. He was basically crawling on his knees already, pulling that ball out, and had they given him the spot where he put the ball down, he would have had the first down, but
And also another delay in Hamilton County football, and he stretches up. He may be at the first down as Tribby. Yep, because he did not go down. Yep, Perry is at Lawrence North for the Noblesville-Lawrence North game.
He's liable to be there real late tonight.
I think so. They started at 8 o'clock, and it's only 8:25 right now, so, yep, we've got...
Might be past his bedtime.
I think yeah,
we'll talk about that on the coach's show Monday.
Oh,
almost intercepted, but caught there by Christopherson. Great catch. Christopherson caught that ball, and I thought that ball had been intercepted, Craig. It was that close.
9-yard pickup there.
Great play by Christopherson for the first down. Well, having started very, very deep in their own zone, the Artesians are finally moving the ball.
Collier has time, flushing out, going back left now from the right, and
bounced it in.
Toughest throw is coming back from one side to the other, especially right to left.
He was trying to hit Greg Daniels there, and he just couldn't get enough on the ball, and Daniels was just a little bit too far downfield, and unfortunately in football it doesn't count as a catch on a bounce.
Yeah. Second down and 10 at the Guerin Catholic 42-yard line.
5 receivers out there.
Yep.
There was movement.
We had a jump, and it's going to be offsides.
Matt Thomas who jumped.
Little encroachment.
The wideout.
They're calling
they're calling against Guerin.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least the near side line judge did.
Well, I saw I saw Matt Thomas jump, and he must have jumped in reaction to. I didn't see anybody come across the line from Guerin, so when they came across the line, he took off.
So 5-yard pickup on that, and Collier, pass almost intercepted. I think that ball hit the turf.
What do they call? They're calling it incomplete.
Yep, that's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Broken up.
Probably good for Martinsville because that was in the hands of Guerin Catholic defender.
Yeah, and the Guerin Catholic defenders out there were all trying to sell the side judging range.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we caught it. Yeah, you caught it, but you caught it on a bounce. So that'll be a 3rd and 5 now.
7:30 left until halftime. 21-0 Guerin Catholic. Martinsville trying to put some points on the board. That's Collier by himself. He's got 4 receivers out, and from behind, he is taken down. That's number 54, Sam Ashton, the junior 6'3 linebacker. And that's way back at the 45, so an 8-yard loss by Collier.
Well, instead of 4th and about 5, had he been able to throw the ball and have an incompletion, he's got 4th and 13. And their punting game has not been that effective, so you've got to believe that the Eagles ought to get this ball somewhere probably close to the 20-yard line.
Urban, over his head, tipped, and he recovers it back at the 25 and boots it out of bounds, so he's going to have a negative punt here. Wow.
That one sailed at least 3 feet over his head.
And he honestly, when he picked it up, had room to get himself set because I don't think there was a Guerin Catholic defender close enough to block that.
Yeah, I think he could have run to his left and made it.
Apparently saw a shoe. I thought I saw the ref spot. It was 39, yeah. He got it back further than I thought he was going to when he did that kick.
Yeah, I was going to kick it straight out.
Yeah, I thought he was going right to the sideline.
Yeah, fans, if you're out there watching another game or you see another score that you want to share with us and a Hamilton County reporter, text 606-9006. That's 317-606-9006. First play of the drive, McGinnis breaks the tackle, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5, and he usually in the end zone. It's Carter McGinnis.
Second time he's taken the first play of the drive and scored. Third time he scored on a long run. That young man is just amazing.
I'll tally up his yards at halftime when I can get the calculator out because there's some big numbers. 4 double-digit numbers, and wow.
So it looks like this is going to end up 28-0 here shortly with an extra point attempt coming by Caleb Quick.
The snap. The hole by Lavis. The rush was on, but Lavis got it down and Quick kicked it through the uprights, and with 6:34 left until halftime, Guerin Catholic got 4 touchdowns with a 28-0 lead on the Martinsville Artesians.
Well, let me tell you, Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, contact Community Health at 317-355. Let me start that again, 317-355-7775. But check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. Community Health Work, another one of our great hometown television sponsors, and we appreciate their support, and we appreciate the support of all of our great hometown television sponsors, including Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and of course, Noblesville Trophy. We thank all of you great sponsors for making these broadcasts possible here on Hometown Sports. Well, Craig, 28-0, 6:34 to go here in the second quarter, and you just wonder, what the fate of the Artesians and the Golden Eagles is in the rest of this game. Will the Eagles maybe put a few more points on the board and kind of call off the charge. Will the Artesians be able to get a couple drives together? That last drive they had was not a bad drive. It ended up at one point they gained almost 60 yards on that drive.
But you got to finish drives, and it looks like progress from what last year's team was. Yeah. Daniels with it, dancing around a little bit and taking down around the 22-yard line.
Greg Davis on the return. Tackle made by.
It's like my alma mater's taking care of business against South Bend St. Joe. They're up 24-3 late first half. Concord is. And last we heard, it was 14-7 Hamilton Southeastern at halftime on Carmel at the half at Carmel. Ben Davis up 14-0 on Arsenal Tech.
Yes.
Our friends Jerry Baker and Jan Bozier over there doing that game tonight at Carmel.
And last check, it was 14-7 Center Grove up on Warren Central at the half down in Greenwood. Collier back to pass out in the flat. Couldn't be handled.
Collier's pass dropped by Greg Daniels.
Greg Daniels
And Logan Weaver on the defense.
couldn't get his paws fully on it.
I think he took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, he saw that linebacker in the flat coming to him, and he wanted to turn.
He was thinking downfield before he should have, because he should have caught that ball. That was a catchable ball.
Looked like he was turning to go upfield before he even had possession of the football. 3 wide here to the near side. Collier back, looking, has options, and out in the flat he goes. That is number 81, Matt Thomas.
Thomas made a nice catch on that, but if you were watching that play from the defensive standpoint for the Eagles, what Collier threw into when he threw to Thomas is he threw to triple coverage. So, Thomas was able to make the catch. He made a nice catch, but he had 3 Eagles within 5 yards of him, and, unfortunately for the Artesians, he was not able to gain anything after he caught that ball.
3rd and 7 at their own 25, and a whistle is blown for timeout defensively by the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles.
That'll be their second timeout, so they'll have 1 left here in the half. Yeah, we got some great competition coming up here on hometown. I think next week
it's Carmel visiting Noblesville
at Noblesville, and then the week after that, in 2 weeks, I believe we have Westfield at Zionsville. And we've got a correction. Yes, that's my mistake. I had the teams right, just had the had the destination wrong. Well, Jim Wofford just admitted that he could be bought. He said he'll go out of Hamilton County if it's big bucks.
If somebody wants to hand over some of that.
Yeah, so some of the other games we've got coming up on the 9th. Westfield will be at Noblesville. On the 16th, Hamilton Southeastern will be at Westfield. 23rd will be Hamilton Heights at Noblesville. Hamilton Heights at Noblesville, or Hamilton Southeastern at Noblesville on the 30th. So got a lot of great football coming up this fall. Another timeout. This is an official's timeout for some reason.
Reset the play clock there, and now they're ready to go. 5:44 till half. 3rd and 7 for the Artesians at their own 25. Twins to both sides. Collier has some time, and that ball almost picked off, but threads the needle over there.
I think that was Tribby, wasn't it?
Toomey, number 2. They're going to spot that ball at the 38-yard line, so a 13-yard pickup.
And one of the better pass plays that Collier has made tonight. That was a nice play. But again, the coverage by the Eagles has been really, really good.
Yep.
I do see him. He's on the far corner.
Ball's on the turf. Collier's got to scramble a little bit and completes it to Daniels up to the, let's see, 44 maybe?
44, 45-yard line is where.
Not bad for the ball going on the turf, picking it up and just chucking it to Daniels.
I can't see where they're going to spot that.
Oh wait,
they're calling it incomplete.
Oh wow,
he must have been out of bounds. I thought he made the catch.
Yeah.
So he's second and 10 instead of second and about 4.
Fully sold us. Collier flushed out, and he's going to have to come back to his left side. Finds it. Oh, that's a block in the back. Intercepted by number 35. That is Blaine Wilson.
Blaine Wilson. Blaine Wilson on the interception.
A block in the back, no flag, and an interception. What a combination, Craig.
Wow.
I was gonna say, are they helping well? Yeah.
Everything going the way of the Guerin Golden Eagles this evening, at least for the first 12, 18 minutes of this game.
So they're in business once again as Luke Keller jogs onto the field with the play here on the first play of this drive. Looks to be a short drive. They'll be at Martinsville's 35 with 5:06 left first half. It looks like to the near side we've got number 18, Corbin Lane, and 22, Thomas Kaiser. Fakes the handoff, looks, and he is sacked back at the 45. Is that 89, Chase Havlin? 32.
Yeah, Spencer Elliott is the one who got him.
Yep, he's one of those numbers we were told to circle as the 5'9", 175-pound linebacker squeaked right through that line and sacked Keller.
Awesome. 21 yards on that play. From the 34 back to the 45. 11-yard loss.
We may see the arm of Luke Keller again. He's only 3 for 3 for 88 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback draw up the middle, goes left side now, and he's going to find room up near the original line of scrimmage.
Chased out right around the first down line. Tribby on the south.
That was a nice play by Keller.
Yep. Very heads-up play, and I get obviously that was designed so he got 10 yards. Picked it up back to the original line of scrimmage to the 35, where it'll be 3rd and 10 with 4:08 on the second quarter clock.
You saw him get close to the one marker.
McMahon, Kaiser, Freemian, I think.
Rolling out to his right. Oh, watch your backside, Luke Keller, and he gets pummeled. But the pass is complete to McMahon. Down to about the 40, 24.
What a play on both ends of that. Keller got rid of that ball just in the nick of time. He had 2 Artesians in his face.
He's got to watch his backside, or someone's got to watch his backside because he just got drilled from behind. But completes that to end up McMahon. And that'll be a first down, their 3rd of the passing variety, down to the 24-yard line.
They haven't moved the chains yet.
Are they going to measure?
There's a little bit of confusion out there, Craig. I
mean, the ball's spotted where,
yeah, it's spotted right about the 24, which should probably be a first down, but the chains have not moved. Now they're moving. Now they're going to say
he's sitting at the 35. That's 11-yard pickup.
Yeah.
Do the math with me.
Yeah, well, the ball is right. The nose of the ball is on the 24-yard line, and they were at the 35. They got 11 yards, so the referee has gone over to talk to the side judge in the chain gang over there, and apparently the chain gang has not been told to move the move the chains up yet. It's still listed as 3rd down.
Okay. Score update: 14-3. Lawrence North is up on Noblesville, and with the amount of losses that the Millers took in its coaching transformation, it maybe a long road ahead, and we'll see next week live and in person.
We're going to get a measurement here. It looks like they did get the first down. So you were right, Craig.
First down.
from my vantage point, of course, we've got a little bit of an angle here, but it appeared as though they easily had the first down on that, and we've been sitting here 4 or 5 minutes between the plays, just waiting for them to decide what to do.
Kaiser and McMahon are the far. They're twins to the left. I formation.
But any way you look at it, that was a great play.
Oh yeah.
On the part of the on the part of the Eagles, both the quarterback and the receiver both did a tremendous job on that play.
One of the best part on the part of McMahon. That was a duck.
There's McGinnis again.
McGinnis gets down to about the 20-yard line. We'll spot that for a 4-yard pickup from the senior tailback. Yeah, I think that was somewhat of a duck, since McMahon had to catch that off of Luke Keller getting hit like he did.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean Keller. He waited just another fraction of a second to throw that ball.
Yeah.
That ball would not have gotten there.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean they were in his face,
and that possibly would have been a fumble.
They had him lined up. And it's very possible that ball could have come loose too. But a great quarterback play.
3 yards on the pickup. McGinnis dances in the middle of the pile. He'll get down to about the 19-yard line for a pair there.
Gain of about 2, so they'll bring up a 3rd and 5. The Golden Eagles don't seem to be in any hurry here, as far as trying to get plays off quickly. They've got 22 seconds on the play clock, 2:46 on the game clock. So
unofficially, 13 carries for $165 for McGinnis so far, and 3 touchdowns. Wow. There's still 2.5 minutes left, and they're 19 yards from pay dirt again. 3rd and 5 at Martinsville's 19. Fakes the handoff to McGinnis, throws, and that's into the hands. Looks like number 2. 32. Check that. That is Trevor George.
And he's just about down to the goal line.
Yeah.
He went out of bounds at about the 1. Almost inside the 1. Looks like the way the side judge is over there, it looks like it could be inside the 1. Hurry up offense. Did he get in there?
I don't believe so. He's still about the half yard.
They're giving the second down signal. I think the Eagles were trying to catch the Artesians kind of napping there, and boy, as soon as that ball was set and as soon as it was ready to play, they snapped that ball, and we're trying to catch the Artesians not set.
1:55 and ticking till half. 28-0. Guerin Catholic over Martinsville, and they are trying to tack on another before the half, and they're going to try and waste as much time as possible. They've got a 2nd and goal at the 1. Corbin Lane, the far side. Yep, we've got a false start.
False start, so that'll put them back to about the 6.
99%.
No, they called a timeout.
Oh.
Called a timeout. Their last timeout. I heard whistles, didn't see flags, and then all of a sudden saw the side judge motioning for the timeout. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching it on demand. We appreciate you joining us here on Hometown Television. The inaugural game of the 2016 high school football season. You know, Craig, I was looking on our website today, and Jim's already got basketball scheduled in there, and so not only a full slate of football for the next 9 weeks, including this game, but then starting with some girls and boys basketball. We got a cross-country meet coming up.
That's one of our biggest events.
Now, rumor has it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I hear that Jim Wofford is going to do the play-by-play for the cross-country, and he is going to run the course with the players.
I got to see this.
Have you heard that one?
Oh, there we go.
Maybe a bike.
McGinnis up the middle.
Really
not quite. No, he's still
they got it stopped.
No gain. And aside from 2 negative runs, that's his 3rd carry with no gain.
So that'll be 3rd and 1, 1:16 on the game clock, 30 seconds on the Martinsville calls another timeout.
They'll have 1 left, and Hamilton Southeastern has taken a 7-point lead over Carmel at Greyhound Stadium, a little bit west of us here. Adam Olick connects with Michaelis for a big catch and run to set up a touchdown. Carter Bowman makes it 21-14. Hamilton Southeastern up on Carmel. And you will, I believe Southeastern has a home game next week, correct?
Yes, the Royals will be hosting the North Central Panthers, who are hosting the Fishers Tigers tonight. So I don't think we've heard anything on that game. That very well with the location where North Central is, being not far from Lawrence. I mean, they could have been delayed by rain also.
Last I had seen, it was 7-0 Fishers, but that was close to an hour ago. I imagine there's some more scoring since that point. Back to it. Guerin Catholic breaks the huddle. Looks like Lane is receiver far left.
3rd and goal from the 1.
I formation, double tights. Keller under center. Has it. And he'll give it to McGinnis. No,
he did not make it this time.
Drops a yard back to the 2. Good goal line stand here by the Martinsville Artesians.
Another timeout, Martinsville.
Yep, they've got 1 left. They pulled their final timeout off the scoreboard with 1:04 left until half.
Interesting situation here, Craig. If you're the if you're the coach of the Golden Eagles now, are you thinking, well, I'll just put 3 points on the board? You know, they appear in
Should I do the cheerleading CD thing?
in Caleb Quick to have a very, very good place kicker. At least his kickoffs have been excellent. Do you go ahead? Do you put 3 more points on the board, or you're sitting there 2 yards away from 6 points?
It's almost a toss-up question because you're up 4 touchdowns. Do you want to tack another one on just to put Martinsville in that much bigger of a hole at halftime, or just to kind of cruise in with a 31-0 lead at half?
Yeah, I mean, unless something really, really off the wall happens here. I mean, the way the Golden Eagles have played in this first half,
just played lights out.
They have just absolutely controlled this first half. And Martinsville, they've had a couple nice drives, but they just haven't been able to sustain them. They've made some mistakes. They've had very, very poor field position, so it just hasn't worked. Looks like we're going to have the field goal attempt here by Caleb Quick.
Yep, going to be a 19-yard field goal by Caleb Quick from the right hash. The snap, the hole by Labus. Oh, it's blocked. And
3 and 28 was good. They crossed the same time.
When they were doing the extra points earlier, Craig, I noticed that the Artesians were coming very, very close to blocking those extra points, and I kind of wondered if at some point, if that wasn't going to happen. The beach ball is flying here.
Yeah, and speaking of blocked kicks, I may not have had the big stats like Connor McGinnis or something like somebody like that in high school, but I did block 2 punts and I blocked a PAT in high school. So it was kind of a cool thing to I was probably about 50 pounds smaller, but I was able to squeak through the line and find my way and just lay out.
I only played 1 year of high school football and developed knee trouble and really just could not do it. Looks like the Artesians are going to try to put something on the board here, but the Golden Eagles just sniffed that one out and saw that and said, no way, Jose. It's not going to happen.
Big loss for Collier as he gets sacked back there. I believe a 7-yard loss, 6-yard loss. Back to the 14.
They're coming right back to the line, going to try to make something happen here.
Somebody else is
Complete pass.
Yep, pass is complete.
Did not get out of bounds, it doesn't look like, but it's not enough for a first down.
Tackle made by Max Dorsey.
There are no timeouts left for either of the teams, so this could be the last play of the half.
Toomey gets that completion for 6 yards. Clock still rolling at 6-5.
There'll be one more play left.
Ed Pointer with that breakout for Guerin Catholic. 4 seconds, and that brings up 4th down. Yeah, it is kind of cooling off.
Beautiful evening.
Hard to believe that the humidity's dropped.
Yeah, just a gorgeous, gorgeous evening here. We have Christmas lights in August behind us.
Yeah, with just starting a little bit ago, incomplete pass again.
Miscommunication on that
and a half. Hamilton Heights is up 7-0 on Mount Vernon Fortville as they got started late as well. We have hit halftime here at the Eagles Nest at Guerin Catholic High School here in Noblesville. It's Guerin Catholic 28, Martinsville 0. As we head to halftime here, Brad Silbert by my side, Craig Atkins. We will come back to you momentarily, and we'll take a break for now, right here on Hometown Television.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
She was very little. Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
Country team to head home. So they will be prepared for their first match of the season. They will be competing in the first ever Circle City Conference tomorrow morning at Vermont High School. First race is at 9 o'clock a.m. Come support your Golden Eagles. Good night to the runners and good luck tomorrow. Also tomorrow, the Guerin Catholic volleyball team will have their first Circle City Conference at Bishop Chatard High School. They are off to a 2-0 start. Make sure you come out and support the Lady Golden Eagles as they look to keep their season undefeated. Good luck, ladies.
I wish we could see what you guys were doing, but
Did Gandhi announce the cross country?
Yeah, he did.
Guys, you know, I think if there's not no tears, it's great. These are good, big. I saw one come up here. Dogs, man. Those are good. There's drinks in there.
Bill Ludlow, Guerin Catholic, Martinsville,
Thanks, you did a great job.
Let's take a look at other scores around the state as we've got about 7 minutes to go from kickoff the second half. Guerin has a 14 over Martinsville. Other scores around the state in the second quarter. Second quarter, Franklin 29-0. 7-6, Batesville over Chance Catholic in the fourth quarter. Arsenal Tech are tied with no score in the first. Brownsburg over Bloomington South 21-14 after pass drop for Buff. Jesuit is trailing Chicago right now 13-0. That's in the second quarter of play. Edinburgh with a 20-0 lead over Brown County in the second. Hamilton Southeastern leads Hollow 14-7 at halftime. Where Putnam leads Cascade 13-7 in the fourth quarter. Warren Central trails Center Below 14-7 in the second quarter. So 14-7 ball games around the state. Kokomo leads Chesterton 7-0 in the second quarter. Northwestern a 13-0 lead over Quinton Central. No score in the south part of the Roseville.
Just want game stats, or do you want? You just want game stats?
I would like the whole game.
At halftime, Richmond leads.
They're going to give us some of their printed stats.
Central leads 7-3. Greensville Central leads 28-14 over Eastern Chicago. Cicino leads 33-7 over Glenwood in the second quarter. Fountain Central 27 leaders over Taking Pictures. Frankfurt and 8-0 over Western. You don't see that score every day. That's a halftime there.
All right.
Guerin Catholic 14-7. There's that number again over Crawfordsville in the second quarter. Greenwood 27 over Prairie River. Excuse me, that's in the second quarter as well. We're going to shift up. Or actually, excuse me.
Yep, we can go whenever you're ready. Hey, we're back here live at the Eagles Nest. Halftime, and it is 28-0. Guerin Catholic is all over Martinsville. And speaking of all over, unofficially I've got 15 carries, 164 yards, and 3 touchdowns out of the senior tailback Carter McGinnis. Just an astounding first half. Oh, yeah.
Just amazing.
And unless I'm missing any incompletions, Luke Keller, one heck of a debut in his first half, passing anyway. 5 out of 5, $117, and a nice 53-yard touchdown that Thomas Kaiser finished off tremendously up the sideline, just making the moves and dancing, finding his way in the end zone. Also running, Kaiser has 2 carries for 30 yards as he spelled McGinnis a couple times. And 1 carry for 4 yards out of Jake Labus. 3 carries for -6 out of Keller because of a couple sacks.
This has just been an amazing performance by the by the Golden Eagles. It's you know, we've said it several times during the broadcast earlier, Craig, that it's their night. I mean, I don't know how to describe it other than you know, the fact that everything seems to be going in their direction and just working very well for them. And you know, it's a situation also, Craig, where from a coaching standpoint, I think for both of these teams, it kind of creates a bit of a conundrum, you know, from the standpoint if you're, you know, if you're absolutely run up a score,
right?
You know, you know, there is such the thing as, you know, is a sportsmanship issue, and of course, then if you're, Martinsville, you're sitting there and saying, okay, what can we do to at least get on the board and get through this game and have it look halfway respectable. Earlier in the week when I was looking at statistics and everything and thinking about this game, the one that really sticks out like a sore thumb is the fact that Martinsville went 0-10 last year.
Yeah.
The other thing for them is they are such a young team. 29 sophomores, 1 freshman, 17 upperclassmen, and you just I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to downgrade the underclassmen, but football is a game where, for the most part, experience really means a lot. I mean, you get into these programs that are rebuilding, and you and I have talked about Noblesville, how Noblesville is in the midst of trying to rebuild a program, and it's tough. It's very, very tough. I mean, you get in that hole, and it's hard to get out of it. It's very, very hard.
It's hard to get out of. In the past, like you say, Noblesville for an example. The past few seasons where Lance Scheib had 5-5 seasons, starting out those years 5-1, and dropping the 4 of the last 5. And it's that schedule of the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. You and I both know, top to bottom, even when it was a 10-team conference, how tough it is. And even with 7 teams at the current state, it's still one of the toughest conferences. And speaking of end of 3 at Plainfield, Avon finds itself down 24-21 to the Quakers.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment for Plainfield.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying Plainfield's a bad team, but
they've been down for a couple years though.
Yeah.
But it's and at halftime with the late start, Noblesville trails Lawrence North 14-10. I guess they got with offensive coordinator turned now head coach Jason Simmons, a transfer from Ohio, Ryan Barnes. He actually transferred last school year and played some basketball, I believe.
Yeah.
And now he's shifted in. He's playing some quarterback, and I believe McGuire Plummer who took over in the Southeastern game last year when Luke Miller went down, they'll share duties, but it's a tough transition trying to rebuild with a new head coach.
Yes.
And even a new quarterback. So, and we're going to see that throughout the area. Speaking of throughout the area, different scores we've seen. Haven't seen a Southeastern Carmel score for a while, but last we knew it was 21-14 Carmel Southeastern late third quarter. 21-14, I believe. Center Grove's up on Warren Central down in Greenwood. Roncalli up 10-7 at Southport. And let's see, we told you about Plainfield up 3 on Avon to start the fourth quarter. Hamilton Heights 7, Mount Vernon of Fortville nothing. And we'll try and chase down a Fishers North Central and the Carmel Southeastern score to get ourselves up to date there, because those games were 7 o'clock starts and they weren't delayed like some others, and we were 7:30 start.
I think, Craig, you look at football and you look at it from the standpoint of the classes, and you look at it from the standpoint of what we have in Hamilton County. And we have in Hamilton County some of the premier football teams in the state of Indiana. I mean, Carmel every year, it's just a reloading process.
Oh, wow. Number 8, Hamilton Southeastern is up 27-14 at Carmel. Number 2, Carmel in 6A in the preseason polls. So about 4 minutes left. Thank you, Rick Vanderweilen from IHSAA.org. They're broadcasting that game over at Greyhound Stadium, so it's going to be a shake-up already in the polls.
If the Royals can hold on to this lead, that is going to be a huge victory for them. But what my point on the whole thing is coming down to, Craig, is I see 3 things. I see the conference. I see the 6A sectional, and I see the county as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, you look at tiny little Sheridan, the history that Bud Wright has had over there, and and we'll talk to Bud Monday night on the coaches show. You know, I mean, actually, all we got to do is start the show at 7 o'clock and say, "Hi, Bud, how you doing?" And then we could come back at 7:59 and close it up.
Yeah, you give him a sentence. We could go in the next room, grab some pizza, and come back.
Bud's a great guy. I don't mean that in a derogatory way toward him. But you know, you look at the combination that you have here. You look at the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, and of the 7 teams, we've got a couple of them that are still 5A. Westfield is still 5A. Zionsville is still 5A. Both good programs.
And last I saw, Zionsville was losing a little bit heavily to Pike on the road, not too far from their own home, though.
Exactly. But then you look at the sectional. The sectional consists of Hamilton Southeastern, Fishers, Noblesville, and Carmel. And, you know, how many times have we seen the winner, even when it was 5A, how many times have we seen the eventual championship game come out of that sectional?
Yeah.
It has numerous times. So there is great football to be had in Hamilton County. There's great football to be had in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. And again, nothing against the MIC. The MIC is a very good conference too. But in our area here, we just so happen to have 4 or 5 teams in the county that we cover on a regular basis that are all in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, and so that does make for it makes for a lot of a lot of fun and a lot of great competition, and you can see just why. Especially, we look down on this crowd here. As bad as the weather was, we're about an hour before this game. I'm sure that there were people that were sitting at home going, "Well, it's kind of raining. Should I go? Shouldn't I go? And all of that." But the rain went away. There's hardly an empty seat in the house here. It's standing room only. In fact, I was talking to some of the Guerin officials and said, "Well, when are you guys going to double the size of the seating, the seating area here? Because certainly with all the people you got standing, you would certainly be able to to fill this place up." But you have the loyal fans in Hamilton County, and we don't quite have all the diversions of the Marion counties and in that, but it's just a good brand of football from top to bottom. And the Hoosier Crossroad Conference until a few years ago was 10 teams, so all you had was conference games, and every year there was a team that was a little weaker, but for the most part, all of them just, they just reloaded, and it didn't make any difference if you got a new coach. They just, started all over, and away they went. And it was just, just a fact of life that, we had to deal with. Before we go any farther, Craig, let's thank all of our great sponsors. We want to thank the fine folks over at Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies, our football sponsors for this season. And if it wasn't for these folks, we wouldn't be able to be here to do this. So we do appreciate their support, and we would appreciate it if you would support them also. And we're just about ready to go with second half action here.
Second half action coming up. Martinsville will kick off to Guerin Catholic, going south, kicking north. And believe it or not, I may try and grab a chair for the second half. Move my back to the floor. My feet will kill me.
Yeah.
By the time this game's over.
It's a little tough.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
Thomas Kaiser and Emma McMahon back to receive.
Looks like Urban getting set.
Caleb Urban, their kicker, another sophomore.
Just a whole slew of them at the alma mater of the great, late John Wooden.
Caleb Urban will be the kicker.
Well, from what we have seen tonight, I do believe that this, that Martinsville is going to have a
low lining kick, and that's going to go.
They're going to let it go out of bounds.
Ooh, out of bounds is about the 8 yard line.
About the 10.
That was close.
So they'll, I think where they place that at the 30, 35, or 40. I can't remember which it is now.
I believe it's 35.
But just to complete my thought on Martinsville, even though they went 0-10 last year, I think from what we've seen tonight, this base of sophomores that we've seen, give them another year. Jonathan Collier, I think he's got a I think he's got a good future. Is a quarterback for the Artesians. So
look at briefly at the next couple of opponents. I mean, it'll be tough. Home opener against Bloomington South next weekend. Former Carmel coach Mo Moriarty. Mm-hmm. But then they go to Greenwood week 3 and host Decatur Central week 4. This group looks like they're over being 0-10. They're going to win. This group, you can tell they're going to win. They're going to win a few ball games this year.
Yeah, I believe they will.
And and it takes a guy like Brad Rose to help them right the ship, if you will, for the program.
I was looking at the data on Bloomington South the other day, and I knew that Mo had been at Carmel, but I didn't realize it was that many years ago.
Yeah,
I thought that just seems like a few years ago that he was there.
Ooh. McGinnis breaking the tackle down to 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, down to about the 11-yard line. Holy cow, what a run.
Well, he's well over 200 now then, isn't he?
Yep. He had $1.64 at halftime.
Got a score update here from Carmel. The Greyhounds have scored. And it is now 27-20 with about 3 minutes left in that game. So the Greyhounds are closing in on the Royals.
54 yards on the pickup there, and the 6th rushing first down of the night for Guerin Catholic.
Make that score at Carmel 27-21.
PAT went through, and just a 6-point game with
about 3 minutes. Right around 3 minutes.
That's too much time.
Yep.
there will be more scoring in that game.
And the Golden Eagles never landed at halftime. They're still soaring.
McGinnis went in motion. That's Kaiser up the middle. And he gets down inside the 10. And roughly about the 5 where he'll be brought down.
It took about 6 Artesians to stop him, Craig.
Tell you what.
6.
Kaiser is one tough 5'9", 165.
Second and second and goal now from about the 5. Not even 2 minutes in here. And the Eagles are still soaring. It looks like they never landed for halftime. They're still just soaring, man.
They're probably just walking the school halls and they're just keeping their energy up, and they've just kept it going. Keller fakes the handoff to McGinnis. Pass is blocked, and that's going to hit the turf. First incompletion by Luke Keller.
And he went down hard on that one.
Yep, he's going to come over and grab the play from the sideline, and
3rd and goal from the 5. Keller came within probably less than a half a step of being sacked back there. The Artesian defense, even though they've given up 28 points, Craig, they have also had some bright spots tonight. The blocked field goal, that was a very, very nicely done play.
McGinnis up the middle, breaks through, and down to about the 2-yard line, it looks like.
About the 1.5 or 2.
Looks like this near side line judge is going to give him the 2-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup by Carter McGinnis.
So that'll be 4th and 2, and it appears to me that they're going to go for it this time. The quick count there. Quarterback sneak. Is he in?
Keller? And he's in.
Yep, he's in.
Yes! Keller on the quarterback keeper. The point by Golden Eagles up 34-0.
The exuberance of the hometown Eagles.
Is that from about 2 yards out?
Yeah, it was a 2-yarder. And I never saw Caleb Quick make any movement toward the field. And as soon as he didn't start right out there, Keller just came out there and did a quick snap on the thing and put his head down, and the line just kept moving him in there. There's another close one.
Yeah, they're close to blocking.
That's good. 35-0 now in favor of the Eagles.
You know, they're keeping that cannon. At first it started over on the tennis courts, just northeast of the north end zone, and I think they're over by this University of Dayton sign behind the end zone.
I hope they're shooting it straight up. Say, from personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, and Tipton. You can contact their Noblesville office at 317-773-5320 or give them a visit at their website, www.cchalaw.com. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim. Did a little personal business with them a number of years ago with my mother's estate. They are fantastic people to deal with. Great people.
Good deal. Yeah, with locations, Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, Tipton. Got the northern Indiana covered, and obviously right here in Tipton and Hamilton counties. As Quick set to kick this one off from his own 40.
Will he go into the end zone this time, or will he go short?
Little shy.
Short.
Is that Daniels? It's Daniels at the 2. Dancing around up the right side and finds room.
Got a little bit of a seam there, but he's going to be rustled out of bounds.
This might be the best field position of the night for Martinsville.
Yeah, they're going to be at about looks like about the 25, 26, 27 yard line is what it looks like. I think that is definitely their best field position of the night.
Did you DVR any of the Olympic races tonight?
No, I did not.
U.S. 4x100 relay took the gold over Jamaica. It's so exciting seeing those sprinters. Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Insane.
I was worried about how the Olympics were going to come off in Rio with all the problems they were having there, but they seem to have come off very, very well.
Except for that whole Ryan Lochte incident.
Yes. Oh,
we won't touch on that.
That's ridiculous.
Back to it. 9-16. First and 10, and pass deflected. That is number 24, Max Gorsuch.
Gorsuch was just watching the quarterback's eyes all the way. That ball was intended for Eli Toomey, and that Collier just did not get enough on that ball, and he got right between there, and he almost had a pick six there. Very, very close.
Yeah, real close. Max Gorsuch would have taken that to the house because the two twins out this side were already past him. Keller, check that on.
He's going to have Collier. Slid a little bit early for the first down.
Yep. Picked up 9 though. That'll be a 3rd and 1 at the 35. Check that 36.
Yeah, the one thing you got to say for the front line of the Artesians is they have really given Collier quite a bit of time to throw. I mean, they've gotten in his face a couple times, but for the most part, he's had enough time to throw, but their coverage has also been good.
Yeah, they really haven't let the front 7 of Guerin Catholic through. Greg Daniels on the carry up to about close to the 40. And that's going to be a first down.
He gave him the first down on that last play. I thought he was short before.
Oh, well,
that was the first down play, yeah.
You and me both.
Yeah, I thought he was about a yard short from where he slid, but it must have been the angle we have here from the press box.
I guess we should have paid attention to the scoreboard.
Yes.
To my right here, put the numbers up there. Second, Nathan, the 39. Collier back. And right over the hands, looks like that is number 9.
Matt Hoskins.
Hoskins, the 6'4". If Hoskins would have jumped maybe at 6'4", he possibly could have nabbed that one down. 3rd and 8.
But Collier's putting quite a bit of speed on that ball too, and it wasn't a real long pass. So from the time it left his hands until it got out there for the receiver was not wasn't. It was pretty quick.
I'm going to go with an assumption that Collier plays baseball. That was his 32nd pass attempt.
Mm-hmm.
And his arm looks like it's pretty good. Collier,
think he might be a pitcher?
Possibly. Rolls out to his left, going a little long, and completed. That is Tribby. Gets down to about the 10-yard line.
A touchdown-saving tackle there by Emmett McMahon. Otherwise, the Artesians would have had their first points of the game.
51 yards on the completion to Tribby.
But you got to credit again that front line of the Artesians. Yeah. They gave Collier a lot of time to throw that ball.
He started going right a little bit, and they came back left.
And Tribby, when he caught that ball, he was wide open. There wasn't anybody within 5 or 10 feet of him.
First and goal at the 10. Collier fakes it, goes up the middle. Greg Daniels with the complete catch and down to about the 1-yard line.
He's close.
Real close.
I thought at one point I heard a whistle before that play started, but apparently I didn't.
So 9 yards on that pass play, down to the 1. Second goal at the 1. 7:20 and ticking here, third quarter. Martinsville looking for their first points of the ball game. Collier in the pistol, looks, goes out flush right and goes to the front corner, caught by number 2, Toomey?
No, I think it's number 1. Yeah, that's number 1.
That is Tribby.
Tribby, yeah.
And Martinsville
is on the board. Took almost a quarter or 2.5 quarters for them to get there, but they've gotten there. That was a nice drive, Craig.
Martinsville gets the monkey off their back, if you will.
See, this is the thing you kind of wonder about at halftime. If maybe the Golden Eagles came out. I mean, they came out and scored right away, but defensively, they just have not looked as sharp. On this, on this possession.
Urban on for the PAT attempt.
Another one of the sophomores.
Oak ball on the turf, but he still got it up, and a high kick was good. 35-7 is our count. 7:09 remaining third quarter.
Holder did a really good job on getting that.
That's why it's always a good idea to have a quarterback as your holder.
I want to thank another one of our great hometown television sponsors, Ivy Tech Community College. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse, competitive environment. To answer any questions on enrolling or general information, visit their website, www.ivytech.edu, or call them 317-921-4300. Ivy Tech, great institution, Craig. They do such a wonderful job in the community and preparing people for technical type careers, and it's the old. I remember telling my son at one time when he was getting near college age, a 4-year college isn't for everybody, and we've got things like Ivy Tech that are there for for people who want the technical degrees. Great people. I'm glad to have them as a sponsor. So the Artesians are on the board. It took almost 2.5 quarters to get there, but they are on the board. They'll be kicking off to the Eagles, and in all probability, wouldn't surprise me that this ends up coming to the Upmen, because Caleb Urban has not been real strong.
Low liners of late.
Yeah. His last one went out of bounds.
An update at Bud White Stadium at Sheridan. And that's a low liner, and that's going to be
that's a dangerous one.
Yep, that is Thomas Kaiser. Finds room up the right side up to about the 20-yard line. Sheridan leads Western Boone 12-8 with 5:03 left.
Another one closer to 500 for Bud. Is that final, Jim? They are celebrating and dancing in the streets of Royal Land tonight, Craig, as the Hamilton Southeastern Royals have defeated the Carmel Greyhounds 27-21. Huge victory for the Royals. And
now we'll see if we can get a Fishers North Central update soon, and We just had a Sheridan update. And I haven't seen anything from Westfield up at Harrison and West Lafayette. They may have been delayed also. Charlie Boy? Check that Charlie Boy. I was thinking about something else with Carmel. And McGinnis. The former Eagle. The former Eagle. We'll get to check out the stats of that game and see how the former Eagle did.
Well, you'll see Carmel next week at Noblesville.
Yeah, we'll see Carmel Noblesville next week. Ooh, looks like McGinnis limping off the field a little bit as he came up from that one. A 5-yard pickup by the senior tailback, and looks like that is Corbin Lane comes in for him.
Yeah, that is not a good sign for the Golden Eagles. You never want to see a player hurt. And especially a player the caliber of Carter McGinnis. He is such an important part for this team.
Looks like they're kind of flex, if you will. Thomas Kaiser gets the handoff, and he bounces off. Gets driven back a little bit to about the 23-yard line.
Well, if they give him his forward progress, he's probably going to be at about the 25 or 26, but he definitely he gained about 2 and then bounced back for about 2.
So it looks like he was spotted at the 25, loss of 1.
Yeah, the net on the play is 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
5:40 left, 3rd quarter. Yeah, and probably the smartest thing they could do is just keep Carter McGinnis on the sideline.
I mean, there's a 4-touchdown cushion. A 4-touchdown cushion.
Oh my! 2-point conversion good for Zionsville. They now lead 35-29 at Pike. 6:58 left, 3rd quarter. Big play on the far sideline.
Stop made by Colton Jimmy. That's good for another goal.
We've got a flag down at about the 34-yard line.
Yes, we do.
That may come back. Unfortunately, what a great play there.
Probably, that might not be holding there. It might be a block in the back or something like that.
Here comes the call.
Or maybe a little unsportsmanlike conduct.
And you see the Eagles walking backwards.
Yep, they're not happy campers right now. About a 17-yard. Looks like it's going to be holding. Yep, holding.
Ouch.
That hurts.
Easily a first down for Guerin Catholic, and now
the fortunate thing on the penalty for the Eagles is that's a spot foul, and it's a 10-yard foul, and it took place at about the basically they're almost back to the original line of scrimmage, and got about a 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 6 that they had before.
Avon takes a 35-31 lead with 55 ticks left at Plainfield as Indiana recruit Bryant Fitzgerald puts one across the end zone. Yep, that's number 20, Christopherson. Yeah. Keller got up, looks like, to the 27-yard line.
I don't think he ever intended to throw that ball. I think that was a quarterback keeper all the way.
And obviously with McGinnis on the sideline, your options are a little thinner if you're not going to go to Kaiser.
Well, if I'm if I'm on the Golden Eagle side here, I'm not breathing real easy yet. However, the Artesians have shown us that they can score, but they have not exploded like the Eagles have.
Tell you what, that punt was just about blocked.
Yeah, somebody was trying to do a little acting there.
Greg Daniels fields it at his own 31, and
there's a flag.
There's your block in the back.
Yep.
Good return nonetheless by Daniels up to the 46, but it's going to come back with the flag at the 34.
Well, the Golden Eagle punter, he tried for a little Academy Award back there, like he got hit. And
looked like an Olay.
Yeah, nobody was buying that anywhere.
No.
Here's the call on the penalty. Let's see what it is. Probably either a hold or an illegal block in the back, one of the two. That'll be 10 or 15 yards.
Warren Central up 21-16 with 2:34 left down at Center Grove.
The state champs look like they are. I'm not going to say in a world of hurt, but Anything in Fishers and North Central?
I haven't seen yet, but the Royals outgained Carmel tonight, 442 to 432.
Wow.
So, yeah, ouch.
Complete pass.
Up the sideline goes Daniels, 45-50, down to the 44-yard line, it looks like. 32 yards on the pickup by McDaniels.
Nice gain. All of a sudden, we're seeing a little bit of a shift in the momentum here.
Yep. With 4 minutes left, third quarter, just shy of 4 minutes. Martinsville is coming alive, if you will. Look at the moon straight across.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Looks like a basketball sitting over there. Collier back there, enough time. He goes long up the sideline and just about 4 or 5 feet beyond number 1, Colton Tribby.
Tribby had that really nice pass on that last drive that was right here in front of us. Just almost the same play as that last one, only just on the other side of the field.
Yeah. Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10 right at midfield.
I think looking at that Royals victory over Carmel tonight, first time Scott May has beat the Greyhounds.
Collier connects to Christofferson down to about the 41 of Guerin Catholic. 9-yard pickup.
They place that could be very, very close to a first down.
Sean Balance.
So it'll be a
little short. Looks like it's maybe a yard short.
Third and a solid 1 yard.
Yeah, third and I'm not going to call it inches, maybe.
But they are in Guerin Catholic territory.
Yes.
3:17 and ticking. Third quarter. Martinsville trails 35-7 to Guerin Catholic. 3rd and 1 at the Eagles 41. Collier, long snap count, flushes out right. Pass complete to Daniels, number 23, and he'll get out of bounds at about the 38 for like a long 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he ran a long way for 3 yards.
Their 8th first down via the passing variety.
Because he caught that and basically went diagonally across the field to get the first down.
They gave him 5 on the pickup here.
Needed about 1, got 5.
1st and 10 at the Guerin Catholic 36. Collier still in the pistol. Finding time. That line is really blocking well for him. Collier completes again up the sideline, and that'll be another first down, looks like.
Pass complete to Eli Toomey.
Toomey with the catch.
Charles Bach on the head. Action is not in.
Looks like they're going to spot this at the 25-yard line for an 11-yard pickup. Another passing first down. That's 9. Toomey's 6th catch for 55 yards.
Look at
Collier.
the time he's got. Just amazing.
Collier's pass complete.
Ed Pointer
on the head.
Ed Pointer with the reception on that one. About 4 on that, so down to a 2nd and about 6. Close to the 20-yard line. Collier doing a nice job of moving the ball now.
Collier back, 2nd and 6 from his own 21, finds room up the middle, and almost picked off. Off the hands of Toomey,
Right
and
through his hands.
almost a tip and rip there by McMahon. Holy cow. We about had the tide turned back to Guerin Catholic's way. Oh.
We have another flag. We have a flag on the.
Yep. I believe they say holding the spotters back behind
that's what
us.
I'm hearing from the left of us.
So that would make it.
They're taking it back 10.
I'll take it back to the 32-yard line. So an 11-yard loss there. 2:04 left, third quarter. 35-7. Guerin Catholic with a 4-touchdown lead on Martinsville. Martinsville trying to cut into that deficit.
As well as Collier's been playing in this half. 2nd and 17 isn't undoable for him. He can still get a first.
Finds room. Now he'll draw call his own number and go up the middle.
Brought down by.
Take about a 6-yard pickup down to the.
Looks like he's going to be just about back to the close to the original line of scrimmage. It looks like he's going to have about a third and maybe 12 or 13.
Take about a 5-yard pickup there down to the 27. Third and 13. Collier. Looking, has time.
Looking.
Might want to throw.
Scrambling, throws out of. Oh, he caught it.
Greg Daniels catches it for a 4-yard pickup. Check that.
Well, this should be again four down territory.
Oh yeah.
For the Artesians at this point in the game, this point on the field.
Oh, it's got to be.
And they've had some momentum in this half, Craig. So. Definitely the right call here.
Plenty of time. Play clock just started. Collier looking and pass to Toomey. Finding room down inside the 10, down to about the 9.
And he has got a first down.
Balance. Tackle made by Sean Bell.
So 15-yard pickup there by Toomey. He's got 7 catches for 81 yards. A nice little night for Mr. Toomey. And it's first and goal at the 9 for the Artesians. As they've got 3 wide to the far side.
They've had this ball probably, at least 5 minutes or so.
Officials wave.
Timeout. Yep. Timeout for Martinsville. I want to once again thank all of our great hometown television sponsors. Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. Also remind you, coming up Monday night, every Monday night, 7 o'clock on hometown television, Hamilton County Television, the Hamilton County Coaches Show. I remember years ago when that used to be an old hometown sports. It's always a good time, and the coaches come over, and they're not bashful about expressing their opinions. And we've got a super group of coaches here in Hamilton County, and they come out and have a little pizza.
Oh yeah.
Sit down and let Greg and I kind of put them on the spot a little bit, shall we say?
Yeah, last year was my first year hosting that show, and it was a lot of fun. And I honestly want to say one of the two more fun of the group. Rick Rimmer and Bud Wright, because obviously, like you said earlier, you can give Bud a couple words and he'll talk for 5 minutes solid.
Rick Rimmer is a legendary coach.
Oh yeah.
He's also a heck of a dancer. They had a dance-off in a game that that Fishers played IHSAA down at the Coliseum. And
did he catch that?
I believe he did, but I think he was out of bounds.
We're going to get second goal at the 9.
Yeah, he caught it, but
Rick Rimmer.
Rick went up against an IHSAA student, and man, he danced that kid into the stands.
Huh.
He had some smooth moves, let me tell you. It was a sight to behold. It was great, and the fans just loved it. And with his personality, he's just so.
Collier rushed out and smartly threw that out of bounds.
Was he outside of the pocket? I don't see a flag.
I believe he was.
So that'll make it, third and 9 now. With the darkness, it gets a little more difficult to read the marker over on the other side since it's gotten dark. Coming up on 9:45 here.
Third and goal at the 9. 48 ticks left. Third quarter. Martinsville trying to put another touchdown on the board this half. Collier in the pistol with Daniels. Goes left corner end zone.
Going to be overthrown.
It's almost like Matt Thomas knew that he was going to be out of the left side of the end zone. Good throw, but incomplete out of the end zone. Fourth and goal at the 9.
Well, what Collier did on that throw, Craig, is he just actually put just a little bit too much on it. But it's better that he had too much than not enough. because he put it in a place where it was not going to be intercepted.
Yeah, I mean,
which is important.
He's got some pretty good mustard on his throws to begin with.
I've been impressed with his second half.
And that's his 45th throw. If he throws here, 46. Look how he rolls out right. Looking, stops, comes back left a little bit, throwing to the end zone. Touchdown! And Martinsville. Yep, that is Colton Trivy from 9 yards out. His second touchdown catch of the night.
And once again, you've got to give that front line of the Artesians one heck of a lot of credit, Craig, because Collier had a scramble, and they're not going to get everybody, but they did a good job of giving him time to throw that ball. If that front line hadn't held there, that ball would have been incomplete, but he had plenty of time to throw that ball.
35-13, possibly 14 coming up with Urban's kick.
Collier is holding and Urban is kicking.
Collier will hold Urban's extra point.
Kick is up and Urban's boot is through. And
best kick he's had all night.
Yeah, strong and really confident.
Well, the boss wants us to do a little advertising.
Why not?
So let's talk about Logan Street signs and banners for a little while. They specialize in last-minute signage and banners. If you need it, Jim and his crew can get it for you. They've been serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You give them a call, 317-773-7200, or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything in Noblesville that Jim Wofford does not have his fingers in.
Well,
and I love Jim. He's a tremendous guy, and I really admire him for everything he does for his community, because he's been a resident here for many years. We forgot that one, didn't we?
Indoor movies at Ivy Tech. I mean, something that's obviously brand new to the Noblesville community, the old Noblesville East Middle School, which is now Ivy Tech. Jim's doing movies indoors. When you're not doing them outdoors, do them in.
We did them outdours all summer.
Oh, yeah. August 5th.
First Saturday of every month at Ivy Tech. I guess Sherry lets him out once a month.
Or she wants him out.
Little squibber there.
Kaiser fighting up the sideline, 45 up to the 48 of Martinsville, and obviously Guerin Catholic not done yet.
He picked that up right around the 20-yard line, so that's about a 30-yard return.
Kaiser, tell you what, this kid's got a lot of fight.
The Artesians may not win this game tonight, Craig, but they have shown us something here in the second half that the people of Martinsville, ought to be proud of this team.
And hopefully we've got some people in Martinsville watching.
Yeah, of what they've seen here.
First and 10, Guerin Catholic at the 49 of Martinsville. Check that and back in there is McGinnis.
I guess I'm a little surprised that he's in there.
I am too.
With the way he
gained 8 yards.
We got an injury timeout on the field here. Looks like we got an Artesian injured.
Can't tell exactly what that number of the Artesian is out there,
See
but
it there.
see if we can catch up on. I want to find a Fisher's football score.
He's probably gone if he doesn't run into him.
We'll call Rick.
Help.
I don't know his number.
They're probably done by now anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, we do have an update down in Lawrence Township. Looked like about 15 minutes ago on Twitter. Noblesville takes a 17-14 lead with 3:39 left as Ryan Barnes throws a 70-yard bomb to Jackson Thurman.
That's at Lawrence North, isn't it? Is that Lawrence North?
That's at Lawrence North. Lawrence Central is playing. I'm drawing a blank.
The Predicators had Lawrence North winning that game.
Yeah.
And I wonder what we got. we may have something a little more serious here than what we're is she working on his? Looks like she's working on his. Maybe he's just got a Charlie horse there.
Final down in Plainfield. Avon 35, Plainfield 31.
Thank you to the Guerin Catholic cheerleaders for supporting the Golden Eagle football team every game.
Looks like incomplete pass. A little bit ago for Center Grove, and with a minute 12 left, I think Warren Central took over, so they will take over. Actually, not take over, but they will beat number 1 Center Grove in 6A, 21-16.
Our injured player is getting up. I still can't see the number. 53 is the injured player. That is Riley Edgerton. 6'2", defensive lineman, a junior.
I wonder if he's got any relatives in Elkhart. We haven't. I'm not sure if we're still open to Edgerton's travel service.
Could be.
There are connections everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, that wasn't a Fisher's helmet I saw on Twitter. Somebody else's. Let's see. Oh, Westfield 38, Harrison of West Lafayette 17. So it looks like Jake Gilbert and company off to a 1-0 start. 2nd and 3, and they're going to let this clock roll down to zeros here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they don't have to stamp it.
No.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. But Guerin Golden Eagles up 35-14 over the Martinsville Artesian.
Martinsville won that quarter 14-7 though after
yes, they did.
Losing. Looks like the Sheridan Blackhawks come up just short as they drop one to Western Boone 15-12 at Bud Wright Stadium.
Well, I've got to tell you one thing, Craig. I'll go to work Monday. My boss will be happy because he's a WeBo graduate. So I'd love to see Bud get the win, but
right.
Gotta keep the boss happy.
Say that.
It's true.
What could be more fun on a Friday night than Friday Night Football on hometown television?
1976 is in the bicentennial year.
12 minutes left. The Gold Eagles on top of the Artesians, 35-14.
The only bad thing about a 7:30 kickoff,
it's late, but
it's 9:53 and we're starting the fourth quarter. Up the middle.
He's going to score.
Unbelievable. What a night for Mr. Carter McGinnis. And he touched his head like he was crossing the finish line.
Is that his fourth?
That is his fourth touchdown of the night. Wow.
He is putting on a clinic. The lights are flashing.
Someone must have gotten a good block of
The lights across the field and the trees have been flashing on and off for Carter.
Wow.
Listen to the student section over here to our right. Wow.
Kick is out. Bingo!
Just when you think that the Artesians might have a little momentum going, the Golden Eagles come back and just take the win totally out of their sails with a 42-14.
Well, if they really wanted to put an exclamation point on McGinnis night, he has 21 carries for 277 right now.
I wonder if he's looking at a school record or a personal record.
I'm kind of curious where the school record might be if somebody knows in this press box. Because if he got 42 on that run right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you saw him during the third quarter come limping off. And
that may be
as lopsided as the game was, I really thought we won't see him again. Now, I can also understand him saying to the coach, hey, I'm fine. I want to get back in there. Let me play. And, and I understand that. When I played sports, I didn't want to be sitting on the bench. and I'm sure you didn't want to either, Craig. But you also get to a point where you start to endanger. All it takes is one twist the wrong way to blow out an ankle.
And I'm looking at the next 3 opponents for this team, and I would keep his hind end on the bench just for the fact that they head to Lafayette Central Catholic, who had a 63-0 win over John Marshall tonight. Post Heritage Christian on Friday of Labor Day weekend, and they go to Indianapolis Howe, who had a great tournament run last year in 2A.
Well, the other 2 teams, Lafayette Central and Heritage Christian, are both, both class champions too.
Yep.
So it doesn't get any easier for this team, but they're actually playing in a conference this year.
Yep.
And I'm trying to remember. Yeah. What is it? The Circle City? But it's all Catholic schools.
Yep. Brebeuf, Guerin, Chittard, and Roncalli.
All with good programs.
It surprises me that Heritage Christian doesn't join up with that also, because they kind of fit the bill with a lot of that. They would fit right in with all those teams. They're not the bigger size-wise.
Well, Ron Qualls has been down there at Heritage Christian.
They started playing football
for at least probably about 15 years now, 12, 15 years. And he's got some state championships under his belt. I know Ron, and he's a tremendous coach. And when he wasn't coaching at one point, he was doing games with us on hometown television years ago, probably about 15, 20 years ago, and he was between coaching gigs. But he went down to Heritage Christian, is the principal of their intermediate school, their 5-6 program.
Collier finds room, flushes right, and completed to Tribby.
That's been a nice combination, Collier and Tribby, all evening long. They've made some nice plays, but unfortunately, that one is not going to count because he came down out of bounds, so it all goes for naught. It's just an incomplete pass.
That was when they played down at...
Thank you, Jim. 21-17, Lawrence North has taken a 4-point lead over Noblesville late in the ball game. A lot lower scoring than last year's 55-50 Noblesville win over Lawrence North at Harris Chevrolet Field. Daniels in motion, gets set. Collier gets a snap of the pistol. The rush is on. He flushes out right, and at the feet of Tribby.
I think that incompletion was caused by the pressure there, because he just really felt the pressure on him, and he just couldn't. First of all, he was throwing on the run, and so that's always more difficult. But he also, the fact he couldn't get his feet planted, and that he just couldn't get the pass over there to Tribby.
Obviously.
So that brings up a 4th and 10. And
Urban's out there. They're going to boot it because they're at their own 18-yard line.
But that, of course, gives McGinnis another chance.
Yeah.
If he goes back in.
McGinnis 23 yards unofficially shy of 300 for the night. McMahon fields it at his own 48. No gain.
Best punt of the night for the Artesians.
Darius Stillman, number 28, with a nice stop, the 5'7" junior. Right there when McMahon caught it.
I was a little bit surprised, as high as that ball was going, Craig, that he didn't call for a fair catch, because you could see the Artesians right in front of him.
And you got to see that when you're looking up for the ball.
Yeah.
You see that white come at you, but he wanted to field it to McMahon, and they're in business though at their own 48 with 11:18 left in this ball game, up 42-14.
Is Mr. McGinnis in there? No, I see number 3 on the sidelines there.
McMahon down there.
Yeah, McGinnis is not in there.
Castillo and McDaniel in the back.
Yep.
Handoff. Nope. Fakes the handoff and incomplete to number 27, Chris Castillo. Castillo, the intended receiver. Just the 7th pass attempt by Keller, because obviously if you can hand the ball off to Carter McGinnis, do it.
Well, you wonder if what Tom Dilley isn't doing now Craig, is kind of, at this point of the game, I don't think I'm saying anything and anybody doesn't realize the game's probably, unless something really, really off the wall happens, this game's probably out of reach.
Oh yeah.
And what Tom Dilley may be doing at this point is he may say, okay, let's try a few different plays. Let's try some things that maybe we haven't tried, or let's give this a shot, let's give that a shot. Almost more like practicing and stuff like that.
McDaniel.
Up the middle, that's McDaniel.
32 on the tackle. 38.
Spencer Elliott on the shot. Gain of about 6.
16, Sam McDaniel on the carry.
Senior running back, 5'11", 168 pounds.
6 yards on the carry by McDaniel.
You wonder when they put these rosters together how accurate they are on weight. Because I see big number 62 for the Golden Eagles walking up and down the sideline here. Now that's Robert Neal's listed as 5'10" and 315. I think that's pretty fair.
He weighs all of.
Sometimes you wonder if that's not a little bit. He's going to get a first down and more.
Thomas Kaiser out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, so he'll pick up 9 yards and another rushing first down.
Colton Tribby ran him out of bounds. Yeah, I just think what Tom Dilley is probably doing now is
flag at the 41.
Oh yeah, flag on the play.
So we may bring that one back. Personal foul on Guerin Catholic, it looks like. So that will be nullified. Nice 9-yard pickup. Would have been a first down.
Is that a spot foul or is that from the line of scrimmage? I can't remember on that one.
I'm trying to think
if that is a spot foul, they'll lose 15 yards.
So they'll be back to the 45.
They're going to lose 15 yards either way, but
back to the 44.
It's a spot foul because the line of scrimmage was, I believe, before about the 48 or 49.
Third down and 14. At their own 44, they were in Martinsville territory. Now it's Keller back. Quarterback calls his own number. Quarterback's move off across the 50 to the 45 and out of bounds at the 44.
He is very, very close to a first down.
Looks like about the 44, a couple yards shy maybe.
Yeah, he's maybe a yard or two short.
But a nice run nonetheless by Luke Keller.
So he's right at the 44. So he's got a couple yards to go yet.
4th and 2 at the Martinsville 40-yard line.
I think if I'm Martinsville at this point, I punt. Don't chance a block.
We might be past Mr. Silbert's bedtime.
Oh, I got my teams backwards. I'm sorry.
Handoff, Keller to Kaiser, and he's dropped in the backfield.
That was exactly what I was thinking could possibly happen, except I said Martinsville instead of Guerin. My apologies, folks. It's been a long day.
Oh, wow.
That's cruel.
5 yards on the loss by Kaiser as he's brought down on a hash mark in the backfield.
And I believe I'm right. Martinsville will take over now, right?
Correct.
You want to check that, make sure I'm correct.
Martinsville has the ball.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if they'll punt again, though, if they don't want to.
I'm sure that if I got that wrong, we'd be hearing it in the headsets.
Their voices in our head. 1st and 10, Martinsville at their own 48-yard line, so they take over, mirroring where Guerin did on their drive, and penalties took that Guerin drive.
Dancing around back there, finally got a receiver wide open.
He does. I believe that's Daniels.
Tackle made
gets about 20 yards on that play. Collier has had an incredible amount of time to throw that ball tonight, Craig. And, when this team comes up against a defensive team that isn't quite as strong as what Guerin. Guerin has done a good job in covering the receivers. It's just that
the choppy West Coast style.
It's just that he's there he goes again, and he's got a wide open play.
Oh, tiptoes the sideline and nice catch. Is that's Toomey?
Good. Yep.
Toomey catches that, and that ball came from the left side as Keller had plenty of room.
Gained him about 20 on the play, but the ball went about 40 yards.
23 yards unofficially. And
what a great play.
Oh, yeah. Toomey having a great night. Trivia a great night. And Daniels, tell you what.
I think
I'm going to keep my eye on Martinsville the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a much better team than last year.
Collier throws right at the feet.
Just about. He was just about in the grass there, but managed to get the ball off and had the strength to get it off. It was him at 6'2" and 170.
Yeah, he has the full look of a high school quarterback.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, with the number of sophomores they got on this team, I think this team has got a good future.
Yep. They could make some noise in the next couple years in 5A.
Oh,
Collier goes down. Yep, 89.
Jimmy Hill got in there and just tripped him up at the last minute.
So
19 or 18.
Back there at the 17-yard line. So loss of 6. 6-yard loss there on the sack by Jimmy Hill of Collier. 8:40 and running. 42-14. Martinsville trying to cut this Guerin Catholic lead in half. Collier getting rushed again, and up the middle he goes. He better tuck that or he's going to lose it. Jimmy Hill, the junior defensive lineman, coming up big twice.
A lot tonight.
So it's going to be a 4th and I think 12 at the, check that, 4th and 14 at the 15. But they're going to keep Mr. Urban on the sidelines because they don't want 3. They want to cut this thing in half with 8 minutes to go. Collier in the pistol. Back to pass. He's got time this time and goes up, and batted down.
Nice defensive play there. An excellent defensive play there. I thought that was going to be complete.
Yeah.
So Martinsville turns the ball over on downs to the Golden Eagles. 7:51 remaining in this one.
That was pass attempt number 52 out of Collier, and his arm doesn't look like it's phased.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Impressive. That's like as much as Drew Brees would put up when he was with Purdue, or a Texas Tech quarterback about 8-9 years ago.
Well, the unfortunate thing about this game tonight, Craig, is people are going to look at the score on this thing, and they're going to say, "Oh, gee,
that's all they'll look at."
Eagles just soared.
They'll look at the score and McGinnis' totals.
Yeah, and say, "Man, oh man, they are not going to have any idea unless they really look close at or saw the game." What Justin Collier or Jonathan Collier managed to do, and his first half was not very stellar. The whole first half of the Artesians was not that good.
Yeah, he was 16 for 30.
They played a 14-14 tie here for the second half.
Yeah,
and in that, if you take if McGinnis had been set down earlier, maybe this game instead of being 42-14 would be 42-35.
Depending on how Brownsburg did against Bloomington South tonight, we may see a completely different Martinsville team hosting Bloomington South's Panthers.
Exactly. Exactly, and people will look at look at some of the real close games like that Warren Central with Warren Central and Center Grove, the Hamilton Southeastern and Carmel again. Wow, what a good game that was, and in this the first half this was not what I would call a good game. But the second half, both of these teams have played well in the second half. And I give Martinsville a lot of credit because, being behind 28-0 at halftime, I mean, they could have just kind of buried their heads in the sand and said, the heck with this noise. We're just not going to, we're just not going to worry about it.
Hand off again to McDaniel. Up the middle he goes, and he is gone up to close to 50, 45, 40, beat, 35, 30.
One more to
20.
Not going to beat
down about the 15. 62 yards unofficially. Wow. Nice run of 62 yards.
Yeah, he pulled off. I was worried about that when I saw him do that cut.
The other thing you got to say about the Eagles here too, Craig, they got a lot of weapons in their arsenal. They are not one. They are definitely not just a Carter McGinnis team.
No, because that was a 64 unofficially.
Yeah.
On that, and he's got 3 carries for 75 yards, so he's averaging 25 a carry.
Yeah, they've got to be. If they're not close to 400 yards, they've got to be getting real close.
Oh yeah, I mean if
400 yards, ground yards.
Yeah.
Sam McDaniel.
McDaniel up the middle, and he might have got a yard or 2 down to about the 12.
Yeah,
maybe a yard.
Give him 2.
So yeah, with 277 out of McGinnis alone, plus that
plus
77 from McDaniel and
plus some other
Pazer.
Miscellaneous yardage. They've got to be at or very close to 400.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Billy's going to be disappointed with this game at all. I think he will. He'll look at some of the defensive work as far as the pass defense. In that, he'll want to shore some of that up. But I think overall, Tom Billy ought to be real happy with this game.
Keller gets
Keller
the back.
And 32.
Gavin Curtis and Spencer Elliott on the sack.
Boy, that cost him almost 10 yards there.
Yeah, it looked like a loss of 7 back to the 20.
The thing is, the one kid was just kind of standing there waiting.
Tonight's win for Avon. Career win 200 for head coach Mark Bless. There's a few Blesses in the coaching tree there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like there are as many rights. 3rd and 16 from the Martinsville 20 with 4:17 and rolling here in the 4th quarter. Handoff.
Sam McDaniel.
McDaniel again, down across the 15, down about the 14, maybe the 13. Give him the 13.
32 and 28.
So getting the yards back that Keller lost on the sack.
Spencer Elliott on the tackle on that one, doing a nice job.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Brad Rose and his staff can take away a lot from this second half.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's 14-14 so far this half. And, if not for, and I'm not sure exactly how far the bus ride from Martinsville is, but, sitting on a bus for that long and it being a 7:30 start.
Time of day, getting up here, coming through the rush hour traffic with all the construction on 37, all the traffic on 465. There's just, unfortunately, from Martinsville to Noblesville, there just really is not a really good direct way to get here. Once again, Craig, want to really thank our hometown television sponsors, those being Noblesville Trophies, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Ivy Tech Community College, Church Shiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, all of our great hometown television sponsors, and invite you to join us come Monday night, 7 o'clock. We're going to kind of gang up on the coaches this year with both of us sitting there and being able to meet with the coaches. I'm really looking forward to being part of that program. I know when I was involved in that before many years ago on the old hometown television, it was always a lot of fun.
Jim just asked, how many years did you do that show?
I think we did that show. I think I did it like.
He's jabbing away.
Yeah, it was black and white television, and you had the old Bakelite console there. and everybody sat around, and you had to put your fingers on the antenna to hold it to make sure that you got the signal. And it was all full of snow.
30-yard field goal attempt by Quick. And the ball on the turf, and they've got to roll out. And almost picked there by number 89, Chase Haviland.
Definitely a broken play. The snap was off. Of course, one of the highlights of my career on the old Hamilton, the old hometown television, was getting a little haircut one time.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yes, that was that was quite an experience. It was in October, and I remember that we.
Noblesville takes one on the chin at Lawrence North, 21-17. So had a 17-14 lead going into the fourth quarter, and the Wildcats. Tribby with a nice catch.
Beautiful catch by Tribby.
Up to about the 34-yard line, so a nice 20-yard pitch and catch.
They've been double teaming him since early in the game. He was probably one of the only bright spots for this team in the first half.
Yeah, he hadn't caught a ball since mid-third quarter when they had scored 14 points. Collier.
Tribby
again up to the 42.
And he's I think he's got the first down. Right at about the 45-yard line.
11 yards on the pickup.
Talking about that haircut night. It was in October. And I remember walking out of the studio and thinking to myself, this is going to be different. And the first thing I do is I walk out there and it's a chilly night. Oh my, is my head cold?
Collier back to pass.
A lot of time.
Daniels couldn't hang on. Oh.
Daniels had that thing in the bread basket and just dropped it. Still haven't heard anything in a Fisher score, have we?
No, and I'm about to... Uh-oh. Collier to Tribby. Close to a first down. He
breaks loose.
Broke loose
inside the 40.
Out of first down.
Before finally tripped up by Jimmy Hill.
Down to the 39, so a 15-yard pickup. Took that 16-yard pickup by Tribby, and he's having a nice night as well.
Brad Rose has got to be real happy with the way this team has played in this half, Craig, because they did not give up. They've been out there. They've been scrapping and fighting and trying to get every yard they can.
Almost picked off. Almost, but he caught it, Tribby did.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch. I thought the way he reacted at first, I thought it was intercepted, but it was not. They ended up gaining about 7 yards.
Looks like about an 8-yard. They marked it at the 31-yard line. So
2 minutes left.
Yep. Collier fakes it, and he's going to go up the sideline. Looks like Tribby's all alone. No, hold it.
Oh my! Just a few inches too far for Tribby to take in. About another half of Stephen, he'd have had a fantastic catch.
He's thrown 58 passes.
Would have had 6 more points.
Minute 54 left. They've got plenty of time, but it is 3rd and 4 at the Guerin 31. And you know it's either going to be Tribby, Toomey, or Daniels. Almost a guarantee. He's going left side, and it looks like Daniels. And nope, that's Christofferson. I was wrong.
He's got a first down.
Jake Fancher. Tackle made by Jake Fancher.
Jake Fancher on the tackle.
Tell you what, they have 14 passing first downs.
Amazing. Well, their running game has just been, I mean, if they do have a weakness, it's that running game, but the passing game seems to have come alive here.
Daniels catch.
And he is close to the 10, but not, maybe about to the 12 or 13. Minute and 35 seconds left.
We'll give him 14 on the pickup.
Can the Artesians put some more points on the board, or will we end up at 42-14?
Minute 32, 92 ticks left. Collier looking, and Tribby catches it down to 6.
Zach Sutton. Tackle made by Zach Sutton.
Zach Sutton on the tackle.
Tribby catches that. He's down to about the 8.
Martinsville has got 2 timeouts left.
I'm really impressed with Jonathan Collier, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Collier back, end zone, over the goal line.
Is there? Yes.
Yep, they got it. And that is
this side is saying touchdown.
Toomey.
Well, that was a good move. We had to get open.
How many yards out was that one?
That was about 15, 12, 15 yards.
You know, most people would probably say this is a little too late to do anything. But
lining up for a 2-point conversion.
A tale of 2 halves.
Yes.
And just a complete turnaround for the Martinsville Artesians.
A little bit of disorganization on the field on the 2-point conversion, and they end up taking a timeout. Next Friday night, Craig, Hare Chevrolet Stadium, right?
Hare Chevrolet Field, yep.
Field. It'll be the Noblesville Millers, Carmel Greyhounds. I'm sure the Greyhounds are going to come in not happy campers after their loss tonight. And I've got to believe that the Millers are probably not going to be happy campers either, having not knowing the details of the game, but they did have a lead at one point. Unfortunately, they lost it in that.
But it looks like, they've taken steps in the right direction just from updates that we saw on Twitter. And it looks like maybe Ryan Barnes, the transfer from Ohio, maybe their answer at quarterback. Maybe they see some other things that they could do with McGuire Plummer. Who knows?
Yeah.
But also, obviously, a 2-quarterback system with Carmel, so we could see.
Okay, here comes a 2-point conversion attempt.
Collier passes. 2-point is good. And as Toomey catches his own.
Toomey has been the man of the hour, especially in the second half. And in the first half, he was about the only one that really had a whole lot going on. One minute and 4 seconds remaining. The Golden Eagles should get the ball back again. Another opportunity to put some more points on the board, or if you're the Golden Eagles, do you take some knees and just say, let's get this thing done with?
I'd say the smart thing to do would be to take
Martinsville can stop the game. Yeah, stop the ball one more, or stop the game one more time. They've got 1 timeout left.
We're staying by the family. Trying to wipe some of that stink off you before you get in my car.
Also got cross country coming up very soon here on Hamilton County Television, Hometown Sports. A lot of things going on.
Did you see your mother?
Yep. I talked to her. Oh, Lauren is at the She went over.
Just hanging out, helping, eating?
Hanging out.
Urban. Onside kick, and it looks like Guerin Catholic has it. If you're Martinsville, you've got to jump up as well. You've got skilled players over there.
Onside kick recovered by Corbin Lane.
And it looks like Corbin Lane, number 18, recovers for Guerin Catholic, and 1:02 on the scoreboard clock. Like you said, Martinsville can only stop the clock 1 time at the timeout.
But this, again, this play, Craig, with a 20-point difference, I mean, the Artesians know that they're not going to win this game, but that gives them a chance to try the play in a game, which is, which really that's really the most important thing about that whole thing. They
are going to take
that play. Yeah, it looks like they're in victory Takes the knee. They'll have to snap it again with about 15 seconds left on the clock, so they will have to snap it once more. But to summarize this game, Craig, this game really started is in the first half especially, it was all Golden Eagles. The Artesians had a couple reasonable drives, but they were also really hemmed back in their end of the zone. I mean, every series they were starting, 20, 25-yard line, and so it was just a very, very difficult situation. This should be the last snap of the game. That should do it. But also, give credit to the Artesians for the way they played the second half. I mean, they basically won the second half, 22-14. Did a heck of a job.
Tell you what, it was a chore for me to keep track, but along with the 21 carries for 277 yards and 4 touchdowns by Carter McGinnis. First we'll touch final score as the clock went 0, 42-22. Guerin Catholic over Martinsville. Carter McGinnis leads the way for Guerin Catholic with 21 carries, 277 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And stellar night on the opposite side for the Artesians quarterback. Jonathan Collier, the 6'2 junior, 36 of 62, 419 yards for 2 touchdowns and an interception. And since we're so late, it's 10:27. We'll make a quick wrap before we thank our sponsors, but you've got to be impressed if you're Brad Rose and Martinsville staff with that second half, not only as a whole for Martinsville, but in that second half, he went 20 out of 32 for almost 299 yards.
It was almost like it was two different teams.
Oh, completely.
In that, and as we talked about at halftime, Brad Rose probably at halftime was telling the kids, "Hey, just don't give up. Just go out there and give it the best shot you can." And you are a young team. And young teams are going to make mistakes, and the Artesians did make their share of mistakes that led to some points. But you can't take anything away from Mr. McGinnis. He just had a record night, in that. So I don't think either of these teams should be. I don't think the Artesians have anything to be ashamed of. They are a young team. They're rebuilding. From what both of us saw, it looks to me like they've got a good future. We can talk about that a little bit more on Monday night. But we would like to thank all of our wonderful hometown sports sponsors: Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. And for the final time tonight, Craig, sign it off for us.
Final score once again: Guerin Catholic 42, Martinsville 22. And we thank you all for being with us this evening. Join us Monday night, 7 o'clock for the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show. As myself, Brad Silbert, Jim Wofford and company, we will host the Hamilton County Coaches live in the new studio in Noblesville upstairs. Kind of excited to see the new setup.
The penthouse at the Wofford Estate.
Yes, the penthouse at the Wofford Estate.
I hear they're comparing it to the Lucas Oil Estate.
The Forrest Lucas. Yes, and we will talk about all the happenings from tonight, from Sheridan's nail-biting loss to Webo and we'll probably chase down the Fisher score by then.
I hope so.
We'll talk Noblesville, Southeastern, Carmel, the likes, Westfield. We'll talk about all of that Monday night on the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show. For Katie and Ben upstairs, along with Will Wofford, Jim Wofford, running all things down in the truck. For Brad Silbert, I'm Craig Atkins. Thank you for watching tonight. Once again, our final score here: at the Eagles Nest in Noblesville at Guerin Catholic. It was the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles 42. The Martinsville Artesians 22. We'll see you Monday night on the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show right here on Hometown Television. Thank you. You too, sir.